Okay, this is going to be interesting. We're going to make it work, and it's going to be a fun time. Hey, y'all. Welcome to Freedom Fridays on YouTube Live on the Your Dream Strategist channel. And as you can see, I'm getting set up here. I am here on vacation, which is a lot of fun. I hope that y'all can see me and hear me because Lord knows I'm not able to check everything like I usually am. Oop, that's not what I needed. So if you're here in the chat, make sure you take a second and say hello. I wanted to make sure I share with you some of the vibes out here. It's beautiful. So let's see. Usually I have myself connected to my phone. But when you're not in the same location and the other person that was just traveling with me just left, it changes all the things just a little bit. All of that's to say, okay, let's actually get into it. You don't care as much about all of that. Hi, y'all. This is all about setting up next week for success. And the way that we do that is by celebrating our wins for the week, setting up our schedule for next week, and then also counting or winding down for the weekend. And the way that I like to do this is I love to start off with a topic. So this week's topic is specifically around winding down from vacation because it is extremely relevant. It's what's going on right now. So last week I was getting ready for vacation. This week I am winding down from vacation. So in my plan to get ready for vacation, I wrote a list of things that I knew I wanted to do while I was on my vacation so that I could make the most of it. And now in my transition back, I want to make sure um, I'm getting a good list of what are the things that I want to double check on that I probably have put off during this week, knowing that I'm on vacation and being a bit defiant about making sure that I stick to the fact that I'm on vacation. So, what are those lists of things that I put off so that I can get myself uh, back into the mix of things without missing a beat? And also, too, that I can just enjoy both transitions very well. So, um, yes, that's what we got going on today. So I'm here in Cozumel, Mexico. It has been an interesting trip. If I'm going to be completely honest, this has not been my best trip. I will tell you, my favorite place is Aruba, but I always like to try new places. So this adds to another one of my locations. Gosh, I'm at 30 plus places. Actually, I'm probably at more like 40 plus places. I'll have to write down a list of where I've been. Um, so yes, that's one of the things I want to do for my vacation, winding down my vacation. What other things do I want to do to wind down my vacation? I also um, I want to check in with a few people that I know have been on my heart while I've been on vacation. Because I mean, while I would love to say I just can ignore, what exactly I could ignore everything from home. That doesn't work. I think you all might experience that too, or maybe you don't, but I definitely do. So, um, yeah, this week actually allowed me quite a bit of space to just process some of the things that I honestly hadn't even realized that I hadn't sat still long enough to process and really decide how it was affecting me and how I wanted to move forward with it. With some relationships, with some work projects, with some ending some other work projects and starting some new work projects. So, It's been a really good reset. Um, so the list of things that I want to do, I want to make sure I get a write down of all the things that I've processed this week, and I did some journaling from that. I want to make sure that I take some time and create a follow-up list. What are the things that I need to follow up from the processing? And I've been trying to make sure that while I'm here on vacation, that I get those things out of my mind and onto paper, um, electronic paper onto my iPad as they come up so that they don't plague my mind. So that I'm not on a spiral of thinking about what are all of those things that I wish I would have done and haven't done, or all of those things that I'm thinking about. When I get them out of my mind and down on paper, it frees up so much mind space. So I try to make sure I make space to do that. Um, and then I actually want to set up my schedule for next week. I'm going to be honest, since I don't leave my vacation until tomorrow, I'm not gonna do that until Sunday. Usually I would do that on a wind down Friday, but today is gonna be the exception because this is my vacation. And I'm gonna enjoy the last 24 hours of it. So I'm going to do that part of our exercise on Sunday. So this is going to be a little bit of a shorter um live stream today because we're not gonna do all of those steps together. Um, we're just gonna do part of them. So, yeah, winding down from my vacation. The vacation started off very interesting. I had a bit of a terrible trip over from Charlotte to Cozumel. I think I'm gonna put that in a recap video and a Cozumel blog vlog. So I'll give you all the details then. Um I won't give them to you now. But I also had a friend come visit, and that was interesting because I've also never traveled with anyone. I usually have traveled either by myself or with my sister. So it was a different experience. And it was good. We had a good time. Um, so she just left, which is why I was a little bit late getting onto the call today. Um, yeah. Okay. So without further ado, I don't usually just get on here and talk. So I want to get to the things that we usually thought we should be talking about. Also, too, let me tell you, bugs like to bite me, like to eat me alive. So I have gotten quite a few bites, but it's all right. It's all good. So, celebrating wins from this week. This week, I am celebrating that even though I'm on vacation, and the vacation has not worked out the way that I would have hoped. Like, I don't know if you remember, but last week, some of the things on my vacation plan were to um, enjoy sunrises and sunsets. Let me tell you, I couldn't see either one. We were on the wrong side of the island to see sunrises. So actually, by the time the sun rose, it was well above like the hotel. So I didn't get to see it rise. And then we had the sun set on our side, but every evening it was so cloudy that we actually didn't get to see it like set over the water, which I was a little bit sad about that. So yeah, it wasn't I will say Costa Rica definitely has better sunsets for sure. I didn't see any sunrises in Costa Rica, but definitely plenty of sunsets. So yeah, I didn't get that on vacation. Um, what else? Let me tell you, traveling while vegan or transitioning to whole food plant-based, I did not expect how hard it would be. Because at least at home, I can travel to the grocery store and I can find vegan options and I can cook them myself. And there's just more variety of people being vegan. Yeah, that was definitely more difficult here. Okay, but I also remember this is wins, so I want to make sure I'm sharing actual wins. So even though for that first one I didn't get to see any sunrises or sunsets, we did do a dinner. Like the resort has reservation, more than just a buffet. So it's an all-inclusive resort. They have restaurants where you can reserve your dinner every night. And I had dinner with my good friend every night, which was really nice because this was a different kind of trip for each of us. This was a vacation for me. This was a workcation for her, which I will say that's my third one, but let's stay with the first one. So even though we didn't get to see sunsets, having a nice dinner with her where we got to get together, chat a little bit, catch up and have fun in a way that we really hadn't had a chance to do while we were at home was really nice. And I enjoyed that a lot. So that's one win. Number two, even though it was really hard to find vegan food, and make that work, or really find things that didn't have dairy, because my main thing is I'm not completely vegan. I eat less meat. Like maybe I usually eat meat like once every 2 months, and then no dairy at all. No dairy. Dairy is actually very toxic to Black people, and I can do a separate video with her about that because she's an amazing naturopathic doctor. But um, it really challenged me, and it also made me really grateful for the options that I had at home. Because sometimes at home I feel like I don't have a lot of options, but listen, I actually got a whole bunch of options compared to what it was here on vacation. So I'm grateful for that. I'm excited for also too when you step away from eating meat and especially from eating dairy. Sometimes you don't recognize how much relief your body has until you eat it again and you're like, oh, this meat makes me feel yeah, or this dairy really makes me feel yeah. Um, and so it was actually confirmation and conviction to being continue going on my transition from um, a carnivore to whole food plant-based. So that was really good. So that's another win. And then win number 3. Oh, um, so I had a couple things that I had to finish up when I first got here on the trip, but then I was actually pretty defiant, meaning that I really wanted to stick to my guns and make sure that I had some time where I didn't work and I didn't try to work, I didn't think about work, and it wasn't like every minute of the whole trip, but it was better than the last time I tried to take off, and I think there is growth. Oh, it's just a beautiful bluebird that just flew over. Hi. There's growth in getting better at that every single time. I'm not gonna be perfect at transitioning from this mindset where you have to work all the time. And I think as a corporate professional, I think it's a little easier. You There's a part of you that can kind of turn things off. Um, I think as an entrepreneur, it's harder. I've been both, so I have experienced both. And while there was a part of me that still, as an entrepreneur, excuse me, still as a corporate professional, needed reminding to like have good boundaries with work, it was a lot easier for me to have that boundary. Whereas with me being an entrepreneur, I know that my business depends on me. It doesn't happen unless I do the things. So most entrepreneurs will talk about how you never get to be off. But I think it was a win that I actually had at least quite a few good sections of time where I just rested. I let my mind rest. I let my body rest. I got in the pool. I took pictures and had fun with it. I did some reading, and then even that book I stopped reading because it was a business book. So it's just so easy to integrate into my life. So I had to be a little, um, I had to be a little radical with it to choose not to default back into just working because it's very easy to. It's very easy to just keep working and working and working, especially when you finally have found something that you love and you love to do. I love working with my clients. I love connecting with people. I love connecting with this community. And I mean, that's why I have little things like this where I wanted to maintain, but other things, shut it off. It'll be fine for a whole week without me until next week. So that is my third win. So I hope that, so I tell you these wins. I hope that you will post in the comments, what are your wins for the week? What are you celebrating in yourself? What goals have you had for this week, objectives that you had this week that you worked on and you've made progress on or have actually completed? Like those things are worth celebrating. And it's so easy to get to this point where we just keep going and going and going, and we don't make time to celebrate that progress. But it's actually a really beautiful thing to stop and celebrate that. So I encourage you to stop and do that. That's why I create this part. So, all of that being said, I recognize this might be your first time stopping into this video, and you're like, who is this person? So, hi. Hi there. I'm Rashida. I am a life coach for Black women, entrepreneurs, and corporate professionals who want to work less and live more, who want a lifestyle where, yeah, we make great money, but we also make time to live our life. We don't sacrifice living our life for making money. And so every week, I have pre-recorded videos that I share on Wednesday, and I have this live every Friday where we set up Freedom Fridays, where we set up our week for success. And my whole thing is about talking about how to redefine success without work being the core of who we are, because we're so much more than the work we do. Our work is not our identity. And then, if that's the case, how do we redefine success without work with the core? Use vision to redefine success, because when we have that kind of clarity, we can build that life. And I have a 6-month program that I help my clients do that. In addition to, I also talk about travel, eating good food, and physical wellness. So you're getting a bit of some of the other things that I love to do and talk about joining this live today since I'm traveling here in Cozumel. So, yes, that's what this is all about. If now, usually in this part, first of all, usually I would stream also to um, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Well, the Wi-Fi here was not strong enough for us to be able to do that, so we're only streaming to YouTube today. Secondly, if you've never joined before, then you probably have not gotten the opportunity to get the worksheet that we usually do that has these sections in the worksheet. So it's three main sections in that worksheet. The first one where you celebrate your wins, the second one where you gather your tasks and create your schedule for next week, and then the third part where we do the wind down. If you do not have that worksheet, I would love for you to head over to my um website and get that worksheet. And so that is at freedomfridays dot yourdreamstrategist.com. Again, freedomfridays.yourdreamstrategist.com. And that's going to get you the worksheet completely free. And that is really about giving you this Friday workflow that you're going to be able to do in just about an hour to set your next week up for success. And what I love about doing this is when you have this forethought and you have this intentionality about how you set up your schedule, then you get back more time in your week next week because you don't have to, there's no decision fatigue. You don't have to get to that moment and say, well, wait, what is the most important thing? Because you already know what the most important thing. That forethought allows you to jump in, get the work done, move through it quickly, and then you end up with more time and you're like, wow, I finished that a lot faster than I used to. You did because you actually had some forethought and a plan, and you got a method to your madness. And that allows you to have more time to, again, work less and live more. It's just about being so tangible to help you work less and live more. So I hope that you take advantage of getting the worksheet. And I hope that you take advantage of joining me for this live stream here. Even as I think about like winding down my vacation, some of the things that make it easy for me to make travel my lifestyle, regardless of whether it's a workation or a vacation, is that I have this weekly discipline to simplify what, how, and when I show up for myself and for my business. I don't have to worry about, am I spending too much time showing up for one and not enough time showing up for the other? I've already spent my time being intentional. And so all I have to do is just show up and do it. And it simplifies it so much more. So if you've had a hard time figuring out how you could get more time to do the things that you love, whether that's traveling or just hanging out with your kids or doing more intramural events around your city or connecting with more people or just being more productive at work, whatever those things that you wish you had a little bit more of, I would love for you to join the session. It's going to be super helpful for you. This is about co-working and doing it together. So when you get on this call with me, you're going to be able to do everything here on the call. We're not going to do everything today since I honestly do not have all the connection. I would usually have an iPad and all of these things to do it. I don't have that today because it's my vacation. But I still suggest that you do those things. If you have any questions, post them in the comments. I always reply. So happy to serve and help however I can. Um, and if you really need more help, please, 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 please. I have a call called the Exit Plan. Um, Look, Lord have mercy. It's called an exit plan call. Listen, I just had a brain fart, excuse me. The exit plan call. And it's all about us talking about your specific situation. What are the things that you've been wanting to see more progress in with your dreams, your aspirations, with productivity? What are those things? And then um, we're going to together create a plan personalized to you to help you make those things real. Um, if it were easy for us to do these things on our own, then we wouldn't be searching YouTube for it, right? That's the whole thing. So let's actually use the resources that are available to us and allow yourself to get way further, way faster, accomplish much more because I'm here to help you. So get on the call. It's free. That's what it's all about. It's gonna help you make that quantum leap that you've been wanting to make. Okay. Let me think. Are there any finishing thoughts or anything else? Hola, bien. Sí, I would love that. A pina colada, no, sin alcohol, please. Porfa. Gracias. Okay. Sorry. Might as well get a pina colada, right? Um, yeah. I think my closing thoughts today, because this is actually, like I said, this is going to be a short stream. I, oh, I know what my closing thoughts are. This week, I did a live stream interview with Michelle Fox, and we talked about if you need or we talked about do you need a retreat or a vacation? And here was the main thing with that. It's not a question about if you need a break. We already know that us Black women need a break. We work hard all the time. We don't know how to not work hard. We don't know how to not show up fully. We don't know how to show up fully in rest. Um, and but we're growing in that. That's why there's channels like this. That's why there's channels like Stephanie Perry and Rashida Dow and Adelia and Alicia Renice. Like all of these amazing Black women are coming together and we're talking about, yes, we know we need a break. Let's talk about all of the resources in different ways that we can get that break. Um, so that we can go ahead and jump on it and get it sooner rather than later, rather than waiting to retire or waiting that we have to become a millionaire in order to get it. And so Wednesday's live stream with Michelle was a continuation of that conversation. And then at the end, we really got into the fact that Michelle has an amazing offer. She's doing a self-care retreat to Tulum, Mexico for women to do exactly that, to really prioritize self-care and do a reset. So you don't even have to plan it. You don't have to plan it. All you have to do is sign up and show up. And you will have a guide that's helping you create that self-care and those routines that are going to help really help you maintain that self-care even once you get back. It's about the main difference between a retreat and a vacation is that a vacation, while its intention is to rest, in a retreat, you're having a guide that's really helping you take whatever your intention is to the next level. A guide that you don't usually have on a vacation. That's not the kind of trip that you've planned. Let me tell you, these bugs are eating me alive even right now while I'm on this call. It's okay. Um, so yes, take check out the retreat. It's going to be an amazing retreat to help guide you into your next level of self-care. So I strongly suggest you take advantage of that opportunity and check it out. In addition, there's also um, I also shared an offer about helping you afford your next retreat. Okay. Sorry about this noise. Oh my Lord. Um, so the main thing when I was thinking about setting up, oh my gosh, thinking about setting up this interview with Michelle about taking her retreat, I was thinking about what is the main thing that keeps us from being able to take a retreat, and it's usually money. I mean, there's some other things that come that are a little deeper mindset with that, like maybe we don't think we deserve to put that money aside or a lot of other things, but it's that money, the physical amount of money and the money mindset behind it that keeps us from moving forward. And I wanted to create a solution that's going to fix that. And the reason I felt qualified to do that is a couple, I guess, gosh, 6, 7 years ago now, um, I paid off $69,000 in debts, become debt free. And so I've worked through this money mindset. I've worked through the behaviors that it takes to actually accomplish not just financial health, but this bit of consistency in order to be able to not just afford our next this vacation, but our next one, and to really create a lifestyle where we don't have to escape our life, where we get to live a life that includes the things that we value. Vacation is what I value. And I would imagine since you're here, that's what you value as well. So why not create a life of that? And this session is going to help you do it. So it's called a budget breakthrough intensive. It's a 90-minute call. Now, it's 90 minutes. I wouldn't be surprised if we go over because I'm going to get into all of it with you. But we're going to create your budget and we are going to get down into doing it in a way that doesn't make you feel like you have to sacrifice everything that you love or are passionate about just to get to your next level. There is a thing called both and, you know? And so we are going to build that budget together on the call. And that's really going to set you up to afford your next vacation, afford the future lifestyle that you want, not just the lifestyle you live right now, but your future lifestyle, and to help you continue growing your wealth and moving forward. So, going to be a really, really great session. Haven't been checking to see how many spots are left because again, I'm on vacation. Um, but there are only 10 spots available. So make sure you don't wait too long. There's only 10 spots available for this budget breakthrough session. Get your spot. It's this is a beta offering. I'm not planning to do this very often. So yeah, you want to do this while it's available. And if you're wanting to do Michelle's retreat, that retreat, she has an offering in I think September or October. And then the other one I think is in February. If you get that now, if you get the budget breakthrough intensive now, you'll be well on your way to affording that next retreat, whichever one that you choose to do. So it's very intentional. It's very much about helping you accomplish what's important to you. So um yes, make sure that you go ahead and secure your spot. If you have any questions, send me an email at rashida@yourdreamstrategist.com. You can post in the comments of this video. Um, but at the end of the day, the most important thing that I want you to know is that You know you need a retreat. Now, if you were worried about how you were going to plan it and what you were going to do, Michelle has taken care of that for you. And then if you were worried about how you were going to afford it, I'm going to help you take care of that too. So there's absolutely nothing keeping you from getting the break you need. So don't hold back. Get the break you need. You deserve it. Let me help you prioritize it. Let us help you make it happen. Okay. Those are my closing thoughts for today. I appreciate you guys so much. I hope you send me good vibes for my vacation, and I am sending you guys the utmost best vibes from Cozumel, Mexico. Let me tell you, it's hot. I can't wait to take this dress off and get my bathing suit, get myself in the pool. Um, so yeah, I'm sending you all the good vibes. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Don't forget to do the wind down steps. And I will see you on Wednesday. Well, a pre-recorded video on Wednesday and then back here live next Friday. Okay? All right, you guys. Have a great rest of your day.